All right, so it looks like we are live. I just want to ask one of our volunteers to please remind everyone in the chat to refresh their page. This is important because then the video will pop up and the session can begin. I'll start slowly and then we'll just ease into this talk of the day. It's titled The Green Tide and it's connected to the Litter Less campaign. We have Gonzalo and Coral with us. I'm just going to remind everyone that we do have the chat box underneath this live streaming video, and you're of course welcome to type in where you're from. It's always nice to hear. Also in the chat box, you are able to pose any questions or any positive comments that you have for our speakers. But really, this is time for Coral and Gonzalo to present their amazing work in their school. They're from the English Center in Spain. And yeah, I know you have a presentation prepared, so I'm just going to hand it over to you. And thank you so much for joining us here at Earth Action Hub.
Well, hi. Thank you very much, Christina. Thank you very much for the organization. It's a pleasure, and we are really proud to be part of this first Earth Action Hub. Coral is one of the students of the school. She's been leading the Aula de Sostenibilidad, which is the project we're going to talk about at the very beginning. And well, she's going to make the main presentation. I'll introduce to you in a minute. But first of all, if you don't mind, I'm going to share our presentation. Okay. All right. Our presentation is going to talk about Aula de Sostenibilidad, which is the group we manage in the school. It's basically made of students. But to talk about what the Aula of Sustainability is the group is, I think I'm going to let you see a very brief video. It's just 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which I think might explain much better what we are doing in the school. We've been doing in these 4 years of eco school. So please join the video and feel free to type your thoughts in the chat in the browser. Right? Thank you for your attention.
El Aula de Sostenibilidad.
Born to be a student's project.
Grown to become a center one.
working to reduce the English Centre's environmental footprint.
Well, this is basically what we are doing. It was already at the very beginning, it was a few students, a big group of students, really worried about what was happening in our planet, that start with the energy that students have, they start wondering to do certain things. And at the end, and after that commitment and that energy and a few gorgeous projects, the school has already incorporated that project to the curriculum. And well, you will see Coral is going to talk about a few things about that, but how we grown to become a center, a very important center project. This is what the Aula de Sostenibilidad is for us, is a huge group of students really committed with the environment and wondering to make this world a little bit better to all of us. And that is the energy that moves the Aula de Sostenibilidad. And well, I think this is more or less what we're talking about this morning, about how youth and the youth energy can help to change things. The main goal of the Aula de Sostenibilidad is basically reducing the school and community footprints. Is a main goal, but it's not only the goal, it's the way we do it that I think it makes this project very interesting. As I told you, because the main responsibility of everything is based on the students' activity and students' energy. We based on those pupils and education, management, participation. They are the responsibles of all that in the school. They even are designing the new management plan in the school, the debris management, and everything seems to be focused on the returning on the whole community of the school. And we like to call it the green tide, because we are trying to get everyone wet with that feeling, with that sensitivity about the environment. And I got a question, but it's Coral who is going to make the question for you. So let me introduce you to Coral, which is the environmental prefect of the school for second year in a row. She's an amazing and a passionate student, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy the presentation with her. Coral, it's all yours.
Hi, well, I'm Coral, and I'm going to make you a question. I really encourage you to answer in the chat, because we want this to be an interactive thing. We talk and you give us your feedback, and like that we can make this like a group thing. So can you repeat the question, please? Which do you think is the real power of volunteering? What's the real thing we're looking for when we volunteer? So please, like I said, I really encourage you to answer this question in the chat, and I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes to give your thoughts in it, and we can talk about the answer, and then I continue my presentation. So
thank you, Coral. Also, we'll give them a little bit of a time, because there is a lag from when you have said this to they actually see it on the platform. So we'll just be a little bit patient, but let's see the answers. We'll let you know when the answers are coming in.
Okay, perfect.
It's a bit an uncomfortable silence, so let me tell you that Coral has been joining the Aula de Sostenibilidad for 4 years, and the last 2 years she's been leading the whole project. She's been representing the school in the media. She has even been in television, so we're really proud of her. We got a few questions that Coral is going to answer. Thank you so much.
Well, we're receiving this. Thank you for answering the chat. I'm seeing these answers, for example, helping out the community, support eco schools. That's a really good answer. People uniting for cause without expecting anything in return. Yeah, that's volunteering, and that's also a really good answer for a question. These are good examples. They're really valid. Feeling to be part of the community, also true. We have to believe when we go volunteering, there's no point on go volunteering if you don't believe what you're doing. Because if you go there and you do it just because like you're doing it, it doesn't reach the same. If you truly believe what you're doing, and I really encourage you to go into a volunteering thing, really believe in it, then I promise it would change something in your head. It would change, I promise. Make improvements in the local area, create a social norm. Exactly. These are all little parts of what volunteering means. So I'm gonna give you like 1 minute more. Is that okay? Show me an example of difference you make when you care and work together. Exactly. Realizing the problem, developing against and taking account. Also super true. What I think time's up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
continue.
Super active, but
I don't know. I don't want people to feel left out.
They can keep going, and then you can
Okay.
start your
So
presentation.
I'm gonna tell you what we believe it's the real power of volunteering, and it's the awareness. Like 20 students on a Saturday morning in cleaning a beach isn't going to make this huge difference. Isn't going to save the environment. The problem is way bigger. But the awareness we create, the awareness that this mindset that we create in our society, like you said, developing and forming part of a society, of an action, that's the real power of volunteering. Like, if you see teenagers on a Saturday morning, it's instead of hanging out with their friends or sleeping or returning even home at that moment, and you're seeing them cleaning, making volunteering, then the adults, the people that can really change this, the people that have power, see this and say, if they do this, why shouldn't I? It's the awareness, it's the consciousness, it's the mindset that we create by volunteering, the passion that we spread out. That's the real power of volunteering. That's what we're really looking for. Next slide, please. No, Gonzalo?
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know
You might need to reshare your screen, Gonzalo.
Yeah, okay, I'll share the screen again.
Well, meanwhile, it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the real power of volunteering is reaching to the people. It's believing that what you're doing is true and making others realize that what you're doing is helpful. It really is. That's the power of volunteering, uniting the people by your actions. So, and with this, I'm going to introduce two of the multiple projects we developed. Have you seen the video? I'm going to talk about two. The first of them are Playa de la Muralla sponsorship, which is actually that we go cleaning the derbies that it's in the beach, and we do this research. Why do we do this research? Why do we do this volunteering? Well, for explain this, let me make you a question, okay? Imagine you go into your house, and let's say you see your bathroom tap open, and there's water all over the floor. What's the first thing you do? Do you start taking the water out, or do you close the tap? We have to close the tap. And that's why we do this volunteering, because we don't only clean, but we make an investigation. We search where these derbies are coming from in order to put a solution. If we know where this is coming from, if we know this, where are we making our mistake, then we can close the tap. In Playa de la Muralla is actually a very emblematic beach in El Puerto. So through this power volunteering, where you go to your beach and you see 20, 30 students cleaning the beach from left to right, from bottom to up. And look, actually that's me in the middle of the photo. When you see this, like there's big machines that take this big plastic, but there are always left outs that we clean. And those are the most dangerous ones, because those turn up into microplastics that go into our trophic chain that makes a huge difference in our environment. So we clean this because we're helping, but most importantly, we are trying to find where is this coming from in order to close the tap, because we have to close the tap. There's no use of taking the water out. There's no use of cleaning if we don't find the way to stop this plastic coming to the beach. We would like to say thank you also, because we are really surrounded by our institutions, like our council, like you can see in our photo, like the headmasters of school. Like people really like this project because it really reaches you. It's something that if you do it, believe in it, like I said, if you really believe what you're doing, it stays in your mind. I did this. This is in our curriculum, actually, third of ESO. You need to do this like 3 times. It's in our curriculum. We go there, we clean the beach, we have a good time with your friends, making something for the environment. Like, it really changed you, and people like it. And it's another way of education. It's another way of learning things. And I promise that it really sticks in your head. And we actually have like a collaboration. Well, like you can see in the photo, we have this sponsorship that's like the sign where you say El Centro Inglés, sponsorship this beach, and like students really look up to this volunteering thing. So, and with the research, what I was talking about, with the research, we collaborate with, and we have this table where we go and we check and we say, well, I found that piece of plastic, slash, I found, I don't know, there's a lot of things there. And we go and we then share this with a collaboration of other beaches in all over Andalusia, so we can make real investigation to find out where to close the tap. Like, to tell you some data, more significant results, cigarette butts, more than 2,500, small pieces, more than 3,000. That's
in each visit to the beach, right? It's not the addition. Is in each visit we are collecting all that debris. So
we're really helping, and we're really looking up to find a way to make that number decrease. We really are looking for that. So that's what we're trying to do in this sponsorship. And then we have this other project, which is the Litterless Challenge, which is based on prioritizing, because recycling is important, like it really is. But you know what's more important? Reducing. Because if you reduce the amount of debris you're creating, then there's not so much things to recycle. That's the 3 R's. And it's really important for us to know that they have an order of importance. We need first to reduce, then we need to reuse, and then recycle. If instead of buying 5 plastic bottles, I buy one like this, then I'm not buying 5, I'm buying 1. This one, I can reuse it as many times as I want. Like, and I don't even have to recycle. That's what we're looking for in our Litterless project, to make plastic not go out of our lives, because now it's that practically impossible, but to make it the less contaminant, the less footprint that we can create with this, if that makes sense. We also like to say our school, and I'm really proud of it, our school is a plastic bottle free school, which means plastic bottles are forbidden. And why is this? Because like I said, plastic bottles are not they're useless. You need to pay money for 1,000 bottles when, what, €5? and you don't need to pay €5 each month, and it's better for the environment. Like, they're all goals, they're all objectives, they're all good things. But like, we couldn't make this. We want our school to be involved with it. So we created a contest where people could feel like this is their project too, because that's what Aula de Sostenibilidad is. We try people to feel like they're doing it because it's their work. It's a community thing. It's something we all have to do. So we created a contest where, as you can see, we sell these bottles of aluminum, and instead of selling them plain, we create a contest where they could create their designs. Like you can see, they're really cute, and then we sell them. And people really participate in this one because they could make their design go into the bottle and feel like it was their job, because there actually is. And why do we do this? We do this because it's really important for us to understand that it's not the same that a stranger going to your parents and say, hey, you need to use this bottle. But if instead of it, it's the student that wants to go to their parents and they say, hey, dad, hey, mom, we have to close the lights. Hey, dad, hey, mom, we have to buy this bottle. Then that's the difference. That's the mindset that we want. That's the participation that we want. And that's what we're trying to do in Aula de Sostenibilidad. Creates a project that everyone feels they're into, that makes a change, that can really be part of us. I think I went a bit philosophical there, but okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Coral.
Gonzalo.
Thank you very much, Coral. As I told you, she's a really passionate person. She really trusts what she's doing, and I think you could notice that just listening to her. Just a final thoughts about all this. Coral has said that what volunteering means. I don't know how religious you are or which is your religion. I don't think really mind. All you know, Mother Teresa, and I think everyone can respect this woman and what she did during all her life. So it's not about religion, it's about what she thought about her work and the work of her community. This is more or less the feeling we got when we do volunteering, or we do several things we're doing in the Aula de Sostenibilidad. It's just a drop in the ocean. We know that we are not going to change the world with the simple actions of a few students very committed, or a school which is 100% committed as well. But we feel that our drop in the ocean is very important. In fact, we did this participation mural. Every single person in the school helped somehow to make this, you see on the background of the group. If we add all our little helps, if we trust in the global action, and we add all the little drops we're producing with our activities, at the end we may create a big important ocean. So that is what the Green Tide is about. We want you to get wet with us, with everybody, and make the addition of all the drops and make an important ocean of change and of environmental care. So yes, we're going to go ahead with our drop, a little drop, and hopefully in the addition of all yours, we will make a little difference in the future. So thank you very much. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know if you got any other question. We will be pleased to, Coral and me will be pleased to give you any answer to those questions. I'm going to open the chat again, just in case you've got something to ask or to share with us. We are really, really proud to be part of this Earth Action Hub. And we are absolutely available for none of you if you want to cooperate with the school somehow, or create any nice project, sharing or experience with anyone, or sharing the energy of these amazing students with anyone as well.
Thank you so much, Gonzalo, Coral, for your presentation, for your passion. It's really exciting to see. Maybe Gonzalo, do you want to stop sharing your screen, and then we'll have all three of us up there.
Done already.
Thank you so much. Actually, one of the questions I was thinking about when you were talking, Coral, was also this link. You mentioned there's a link to curriculum. So there are these projects that you do maybe as part of like maybe after school, but how do you actually do it within the school and in the classes that you have?
Oh, you will. For example, this Playa de la Muralla thing, it's in our curriculum in third of ESO, and it's linked because on technology, there's like a part of materials and how to reuse materials, and there's a big part of plastics, because we can't just avoid this. Plastic is part of our lives. So there's a point in this where it says the danger of plastics, and like that will link with our this sponsorship where we go in a bus all together, like it was a trip with your friends. You have a good time, and then you go there, you clean the beach, we do this research, we talk with our collaborators, and then we go back and we continue, and we learn more things about plastic. That is actually what we're trying to do in technology. So we also have in 5th of April, I'm not sure.
Yes, it's year 7. No,
Year
sorry,
7?
year 6. Year 6.
7? Not sure. Well, they also go to El Molino.
The tide mill. It's a tide mill and the salt marshes that are around, and we also sponsorship that. Yeah, and it's we got activities in year 6. We got activity in year 9, which are included in the curriculum of certain subjects. And we also got a visit to the recycling center in El Puerto, because we make a little research, a little survey at the very beginning of the year, of 4 years ago, when we start with the Aula de Sostenibilidad, and we noticed that most of our community didn't trust on the separation of debris and about the final recycling of that debris. And so as we noticed that most of the community didn't trust on that, we have included a visit, and year 8 students of the school, every single year, students of year 8 go on visits the recycling center, and they can see with their own eyes what they're doing there. Coral wants to say something, I think.
No, I wanted to say there's another question here that says, what's your upcoming project or initiatives? We actually have one that I really like. We're trying to make like Eco Escuela net. We are trying to, this Aula Sostenibilidad, when I started here, I really wanted to spread it all over schools. I really wanted every school to have like a little volunteering Aula de Sostenibilidad. And that's a project that we're working on, like creating this net of Aula Sostenibilidad in like other schools.
Oh, something went wrong. It seems Coral got any problem. Yeah, well, Coral was talking about, I'm sorry, that she has Wi-Fi problems, probably. Coral was talking about the net. From the very beginning, the part of the objectives of the Aula de Sostenibilidad, the vocation, was to create a model that could be exported, could be copied by several schools in our area, and try to create a local or regional net of eco schools working on the same direction. And we're working right now in this. We got a very the project is really forward. We were really almost done. So hopefully next year we will be a lot of schools working in this. By the moment we got 25 or 27 schools involved in this right now. So we're really proud of that, of being that we've been trying to dynamize this in other schools, and it seems it's working. So it's not just the little effort in our school, but trying to spread that green tide, as we said, all around the community.
Thank you so much. we've actually already come to the end of the session. Time flies by. So I want to say thank you so much again for sharing your fantastic projects. Yeah, I hope Coral will be able to join us again just for this very last few.
I think she's trying.
Yeah, but that's how it is with the internet these days. Oh, Coral, you're here. Yes.
Sorry, internet problems.
That's okay. We have come to the end of the session. It is 11 here in Denmark. So I want to say thank you again for your presentation, for your work in the school. It's really, really inspiring. Thank you for the audience, for your questions. Actually, there was one question in the chat. If you have, the school has an Instagram or Facebook page, maybe Gonzalo, if you want to share that with me, and then I can share it with people in the chat.
Absolutely, we'll do it.
If anyone would like to follow you on social media.
Lovely.
So
thank you so
again.
much. Thank you everybody listening, and thank you so much, Christina, and the organization, to let us spread that green tide worldwide. So there's a great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a really good opportunity, and thank you for everyone who was